Discuss other people. Small minds discuss other people. Gossip. Good minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. That was Eleanor Roosevelt. That was also Pauletta's father, my father-in-law. He was a great man. He taught me so much about what being a man really is. I blame no one. I look in the mirror. On the other side of it, what an opportunity we have, because tomorrow's the first day of the rest of our lives. So what an opportunity we have to practice what he preached. Good night.
What an opportunity we have. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Rebel Signals broadcast. So, first thing we're going to talk about today, your top 100, your engagement. So probably the most important aspect of making sales on LinkedIn, on social media, is engagement. That's the trick that nobody tells you you need to do. Everything is about content, but you can get away with having really bad content and you can engage a lot and you'll get a ton of eyeballs and attention and sales. So what Russell said one time that really got me thinking differently about who I should engage with, because yeah, you can get a lot of engagement, but if it's not from the right people and people that are wanting to buy what you have, it's pointless engagement. So we need to both get those eyeballs and we need to convert them to sales. So one thing that Russell said is that he has this top 100, but this top 100 is of people that he really wants to work with, people that he loves following and he loves engaging with. So that really struck me because I've always had a list of people I want to engage with, but it wasn't necessarily people I loved to work with. What I would do is I would engage with people that have engaged on my content, or just go for people that are in my target market, go for the people that are my avatar. And that seems like the right ones, right? But wrong, because what I did, I found myself just not really being motivated to engage with them, not motivated to comment on their stuff, not really liking their content in the first place. But once I adjusted my top 100 list to people that not only are in my target market and that I really loved to reach out to, that I love to engage with their content, I've gotten a much better response. I'm actually getting attention and talking to people that I really want to work with and working with them. So how do you craft a high potential top 100 list? Well, first you got to determine what that criteria is, and you got to get granular with it. So think about, not only are they in your target market, are they the right kind of in the right kind of profession, but think about other factors that are more detailed. Like for me, I'm looking for coaches / entrepreneurs, but I want them to have an audience. I want them to have a list. I want them to have a product. I want them to have an offer. So I want them to be someone that isn't just like starting out. Like I want them to be offering something to the world that I can help them with on the LinkedIn side, but also on the email side, the back end side, creating new offer side. It has to be a bit more sophisticated. But also, big tip is they need to be engaged on LinkedIn. Make sure that go into their comment section and see if they're actually commenting back on people. Make sure that they're actually posting on a consistent basis, because otherwise you're wasting your time commenting on them because they're never going to engage back with you. It doesn't matter how perfect of the avatar they are. If they're not engaged, if they're not present on LinkedIn, don't bother engaging with them in your top 100, because they'll just show up anyway. If they're just lurkers, they'll see your stuff anyway. So that's number one. Number two is you want to purge your list. So if you have a list right now, go through it and ask yourself, is this somebody that I really would actually enjoy working with? Is this someone who I'm excited about, who I actually want to engage with their content? If not, just cut them out and then just find someone else. Cut them out and then go into step number 3, which is combing your first degree connections. So go into Sales Navigator, find that the right criteria in the lead filters, get into as detailed, as granular as you can. Take 15 minutes a day and start going through the pages and look for that criteria. If they're good, add them. If they're absolutely not, then cut them out. And just keep building that list till you get to 100. And then you're going to be adding people too. This is an iterative thing. Daily, you're going to be adding new people. And then when you're going to be getting rid of some people. So it's not just a set in stone thing. Make it a daily practice until you get a really solid list, and then continue from there. Now, lead scoring. So we only have so much time every day to do engagement. So you want to score these leads based on if they're really that perfect avatar, perfect person that you want to work with, and they're engaged. And you think about how engaged are they in you? How interested are they in you? So someone who's responding to your content every day is going to be somebody that's going to rank higher, somebody that you want to make sure that you get to every day and that you engage with every day, as opposed to someone who's just on your radar and they're consistent on LinkedIn, but maybe they don't actually engage back with you so much. They're not that perfect kind of person. So when you have limited time, you want to comment on those people's posts that rank higher. So mine is just simple, basically ones and twos of how I rank my lists. So the people like Ansel Lee here, that like he's someone that I want to be engaging with every day, because not only does he create amazing content, but he's a client and I love his stuff. So he's one of my top ranked people to look out for. So you want to do the same with your list. That's how you're going to craft a high potential, which means high sales, top 100 list. Now, getting to our next phase, I got to have names for these pillars. So how to position your offer in a way that gets that gets high sales. How to position your offer in a way that your target market is going to be really excited about buying. So if your offer isn't converting right now, it could be that it's not positioned correctly for what's top of mind. So I have a client who teaches videographers business, and he presented this tool for sale called $1 Million Proposals. Now, it's an incredible tool where that shows you how to present and how to propose your offer to a client in a way that closes them frequently and for a high price, and that gets their attention and clearly lays everything out. An amazing tool. The problem is that people that are starting in this video production business journey, they're not really thinking, the problem was that it just didn't sell very well. And we thought, well, why didn't it sell very well? Well, the reason is that it wasn't thinking to the top of mind problem of an up and coming videographer. Really, they're not thinking at the level of how do I have a better proposal? They're really just thinking of how can I make the sale? It's a different level of awareness. So a better positioning for this $1 Million Proposal would be the self-closing offer. So it's the same exact product, but it's presented in a different way that it's speaking to the top of mind problem, which is how can I give an offer that is going to sell? Maybe I'm not very good at sales. How do I have an offer that's going to self-close, where I don't have to be great at sales to make the sale? So think about that in your own offer right now. If it's not selling, think, is it really addressing the top of mind problem? Is it really addressing that burning need, that burning problem that your customer is having? And if it's not, if that title isn't speaking to that, thinking about how you can change it. How can you make it more to address that top of mind problem? And then you could then be making more sales right away just by making that shift. Okay, guys, that's it for today. If you want some help repositioning your offer, thinking about brainstorming how to position it in a new way where you can have that same offer that's going to make more sales, happy to get on a brainstorming session with you. Speaking of offers, this is the last week I'm offering my Hidden Profit Intensive, where I'm going to give you 3 to 5 shifts in your business that'll double or triple your sales. So this will be the perfect thing for you if you're not sure why what you have is converting, or if you don't have a system here on LinkedIn that's bringing you leads and sales, that's bringing you through the whole process. These 3 shifts can give you that, or just one of the shifts alone could be some kind of strategy that's going to help you to double or triple your revenue. And thing is, part of that, for this week only, I'm going to give away my frictionless launch program for free, which means that you can take whatever offer you have, launch it to your audience in just 7 days, and you can capture 3% of your LinkedIn audience. There's 3% of your audience ready to buy at any time. Very high likely potential that you can take the frictionless launch program and convert them into buyers. So this thing is only $500 just for this week for both of those, the Hidden Profit Intensive and the Frictionless Launch program. So also let me know if that's something that you're interested in getting on a chat about so I can tell you more. All right, guys, happy Monday. See you tomorrow.